If you had to choose between these two rifles, which would you choose? The SIG Rattler on my left or the Lancer Tactical Hydra on my right? Well, it's a good question. I have an idea of which one I would probably choose to train with in this type of scenario, a shoot, no shoot. But today I'm going to find out which one I think actually performs better in this scenario. First, I want to say that both of these rifles have been modified. The Rattler has been modified to fire fully auto instead of just a 3-round burst. And the Hydra has been modified to take the Crosman DPMS magazines. Other than that, you know, pretty much the same type of semi-automatic type of rifle. I will say though that the Rattler is more of an authentic semi-auto rifle or select fire rifle because of the trigger and the way it's set up. The magazine, you know, it actually strips BBs from the magazine, loads them into the barrel, and the trigger pack setup is just like an actual firearm. Whereas with the Hydra and the Crosman rifles, it is not. It is some type of proprietary mechanism mess that they put together, but it works. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start with the Hydra first because I haven't shot this thing in like the longest time. I did 0 today, and at the end we're going to see which one works out to be better in this type of scenario. I'll be starting from the cone, which is over here, and the distance from the cone to the shoot target is 27 yards. Of course, first up is the Hydra. Okay, that was a fun run. This time though, I'm going to turn it up a notch and I'm going to run that same drill but in full auto. Of course, I'm going to be running burst to save ammo. Let's see what that looks like. And I'm empty. Next up is the Rattler. Next up is the Rattler, full auto. lastly, what I'm going to do is show you what each one of these rifles are capable of. Right now, from this cone to that target is 28 yards. We'll do 10 shots. First up, of course, the Rattler. Let's go down range, have a look. Again, that was 28 yards, just this Rattler. 10 shots, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next up, the Hydra. Next up is the Hydra, again, 28 yards. Let's go have a look. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 2? No, that's just 1. But yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, I actually cannot believe that well, actually, if you look at group size, this one actually is still, well, if you count this one here. But still, I would say that the Rattler won this battle here. I can't believe it. I never would have believed this. But again, this is without the barrel extension. But of course, the Rattler doesn't have an extension. And still, this has a longer barrel than the Rattler. But 28 yards, looking at those two, I mean, still that's not bad for this short of a barrel out of this. But the Rattler definitely beat that with an even shorter barrel. Well, that's it. Which one is the winner? That's a good question. First, let me show you some targets. So this is a target from the shoot no shoot drill. This is actually both of the rifles. Yeah, I hit the paper some. I missed some. But there's no holes in the no shoot targets, so technically that's a win. For the 10 yards for these rifles, standing but supported, this is the Hydra. That's a damn good target, I think. At 10 yards with that short of a barrel. Again, that wasn't benched, that was standing, but I was leaning up against something. And this is the Rattler. Again, 10 yards, standing, but leaning up against something to kind of stable myself. So at the 10 yards, the Hydra is definitely the winner in that one. The 28 yard, man, I don't know what to say. I can't explain it. You would think that the Hydra, which did this at 28 yards, with that 10 yard group, you would think it would have done better. But the Rattler did this at 28 yards. 28 yards with the Rattler. Looking at that, doing that. Absolutely amazing. But with that, and with that accuracy part out of the way, which one of these rifles do I choose? Honestly, They both have their upsides, they both have their downsides. If I had to say, really, the Rattler has more downsides, and mainly because, you know, the main thing about this, for me, the biggest downside to the Rattler is it does not have a reciprocating ejection port or bolt like the Hydra does. Man, if this thing had a reciprocating bolt and it used 2 CO2 cartridges in the magazine like this one, you couldn't touch the Rattler. If they did that, you couldn't touch it. But you got a single CO2 cartridge and that non-reciprocating bolt. That, to me, that is 2 of the biggest downfalls. Another big downfall, I almost forgot, is the rail on the Rattler. It's kind of flexible. It's plastic. I mean, granted, this one's plastic too, but it's incorporated into the upper receiver, where this one is bolted or screwed to the upper receiver. So there's a lot of flex in that. So also the Rattler doesn't feel as beefy as the Hydra does. The Hydra feels like a tank. As a matter of fact, if you didn't know, my personal opinion, the Hydra actually feels more beefier than any of the Crosman rifles. I mean, this thing is a tank. It really is. And the weight, I mean, this thing is like, it's like actually having an actual rifle in your hand. This thing actually weighs more than a real rifle, I would say. But, you know what, they're kind of somewhat over time, but if you really look at the overall, you know, I would say if I had to use one just for doing this type of drills and other drills, it would definitely be the Hydra. You know, and with that, thanks for watching. See you next time. I can't believe I almost forgot 2 important things to end this video with. Yeah, I said the Hydra was the winner in my book, slightly. But, man, the Rattler looks way cooler. It's a beautiful rifle. And it has a much, much better trigger. And with that, I can end the video.